Well, hey guys, welcome back. All right, now today's going to be a really big day, so let's jump right into it. But first, a little message to you guys in the white Suburban. Yeah, you know who you are. You came in here after I was in here just the other day, and I went through the mine and I picked up your water bottles. I picked up your batteries you threw on the floor. I picked up the monofilament fishing line that you spread throughout the mine so you wouldn't get lost, etc., etc. Guys, do the mine exploring community a favor and try to be a part of the solution rather than part of the problem, okay? Pick up after yourselves. All right, guys, so what are we doing today? Well, Spine Breaker Bridge here, that's a tongue twister, has been built, so now we're going to be able to access these really large stopes. But let me tell you a little bit about what I found over the last week or so. First thing is I learned that this, what I was calling an ore pass right here, is not an ore pass. This is Reinhardt Shaft, and they dropped it in. They had a big head frame up on top of the hill. They dropped it in so that they could raise and lower a lift, bringing ore carts up to this level. This here is a station, okay? And then they would take those ore carts right on out the south portal and over there to the mill site. Now, they were also bringing ore out of this giant stope via the silver Expanse shaft that we've been talking about over the last few weeks. It goes down roughly 1,300 feet, and that's what I'm hoping that we're going to find today. That shaft, it should be somewhere over that direction. Now, before I learned about all this information, this whole situation had me scratching my head. I thought to myself, you know, why would those miners bring all this ore up and down via vertical shafts or real steep incline shafts, like the silver Expanse shaft, for example? How come they just didn't go lower on the west side of the hill from a lower altitude and come right in underneath it? Okay, just burrow in through the dolomite limestone, come right in underneath this giant ore body here, and then pull the ore out that way. Well, I got to thinking about it, and there's a reason for that, is because then they would have had to have built the mill lower on that hill, and for some reason they wanted it up higher so that they could stair step it like they always do with mill sites when they're processing the ore, and that's why they decided to take it out via shafts rather than a haulage at it down there at the 200 level and out towards the west side. That's what was going on. But I still have a nagging little question inside me. Will we get down into the bottom of this stope and find maybe an incline shaft or something going off that direction? I scoured the hill after last weekend's goodbyes. I looked the whole hill over trying to find something, and I couldn't find anything. So that's another mystery that we're going to try to find out today. Okay, enough jaw-jacking. Let's get after it and see how much further we can get into this awesome mine. Okay, here we go. Let's cross Spine Breaker. Before we do, I want to show you one thing here. What made me think that this was an ore pass, when you look down this thing, see how nice and smooth, like the bottom of a toilet bowl? See how that looks? That's what made me think that they were passing ore down this thing, because when you pass tons and tons of ore down something like that, it smooths out the sides. Now there's another thing, let me point it out to you. So you're not going to see it because the lights are going to wash it out. I can see sunlight coming down from right there. And I've pretty much figured out where that shaft exists on the hill. All right, Spine Breaker. Try not to break my spine, okay? Yeah, here we go. All right, there we are. Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to turn around right here. Some of you wanted me to do close-ups on the end of these logs because you're interested in if this is old growth timber. There you go. So I'm going to show you that side up close. Okay, let's go over here real quick. Some of you wanted to see the rings in the tree here. Okay, and there. Okay. Hit pause on that, and then you can see what's going on. Let's see, fix my camera here. Come on now, recenter. There we go. All right. Now, if I have to rope into this thing, we may have to use that log for an anchor point. All right, look over here. Oh. Doesn't go anywhere that direction. Now that would right there would be traveling west. All right, turning around. Not a whole heck of a lot to see in that little cove. What do we have over here? Ah, here it is. Here it is. Wow. Look at that. Would you look at that? Okay. So they had an actual stairs here at one time. There's the landing I pointed out to you weeks ago. Then there's another set of stairs, and it goes off that direction. And then all the way down there is the bottom. Holy mackerel. That thing is absolutely huge. And yeah, it's chilly in here. You can see my breath. Very cool that they built stairs. All right, what's up here? Oh, look at that. We've got an old ore bucket. Nice. Look at that. Look at that old wooden ore bucket. See the curl on the top there? Sure is. Yeah. A wooden one and a small one at that. Yeah. Let's look at the backside here. Oh, very cool. That's neat. I like it. All right. Let's hope we find some more cool stuff down in here, huh? Alrighty, now, let's look at this. Yeah, I don't need a rope for that. Heck no. Shoot. All right, let me set the camera down for a second, folks. Nope. Don't need a rope for this. This is just regular old fun free climbing here. Whoa. Slow down there, cowboy. All right, here's the landing. And the stairs. Yeah, cool. All right, let's start. Where to begin? Like I said, so much goodness. First of all, let's look back up where we just came from. There's the hole in the portal, or that's the main haulage adit going back to the south portal. Now, a long time ago, I thought that I would just rope that, but look at what would have happened if I did. I would have roped off the edge, and then there would have been a cliff all the way down into the bottom. Yeah. But we know now that looks like we're going to be able to just free climb our way in this thing. All right, let's go over here first. Let's look around. Cool. All right, so we got nothing going this direction, at least not at this level. But they cleaned it out right up against the, let me point this out to you from this angle. Oh, that's, you know what that is? Almost looks like marble. It sure does. And they cleaned it out right to there. Wow. Holy cow. Let's get a better look here for a second. That's where we're going, way down there, if we can get there. Gosh, this thing is just ginormous. All right, we're going back to the stairs. Okay, now let's see how wore down these stairs are. Yeah. Oh, they're heavy duty too. They sure are. Let's get a better look at them, shall we? Turn around here. A lot of miners climbed up and down those. Sure did. And looking back up from where we just came, right there. Okay, turning around here. All right, so what do we have here? We have a board on a stick. And the mine keeps going this direction. Alrighty. Now, when I first looked down into this stope a while back, I was hoping that this would have went somewhere, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Nope. All right, turning around. Ooh, look at this. Yikes. That does not look good at all. Boy. Oh, no, 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 no. Wow. There's no way you'd want to step out on that. Nope. Nope. I bet that would crash under your weight for sure. Wow. All right, let's look over here. Goes there. Let's look back that direction. Oh, okay, I can see that's going to be the bottom of the shaft. Look at all the wood there. Yeah, look at all the wood. And then that would have went back that direction over there. And here's our stairs. That's that stairs I showed you guys a while back, right there. So, all right, let me set the camera down here for a second. There we go. All right. It would appear I need to take a closer look at that stairs and see if there's something that I can do to get past that obstacle. Yeah, so I'm going to take a little bit here and look around and kind of observe the place, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's step outside for just a second here so I can orientate you as to where we are on this hill. Now over here is what's called the south flank, okay? And then as we worked north, deeper into the mine, we eventually got into that very large stope, the one that I'm now calling the Holy Mackerel stope, that's located right here. Then, working north, deeper into the mine, we eventually ran into the Guillotine Shaft, and you'll hear me talk about that more in a few minutes. That's located right here. Okay, now traveling even further north, we're eventually going to come to our station, and this is where the Reinhardt Shaft is located, right here. Now, 100 feet underground, right in this section through here, is where we're at right now. That's the large stope that I'm trying to figure out a way to get in the bottom of. Now, if I can find a way to get into the bottom of this stope, which is the 200 level, and work further north, it should take us to the silver Expanse shaft located right here. The objective is to reach the silver Expanse shaft because I want to see if it has a collar or a manned way that'll allow us to go even deeper down the 1,300 foot shaft, which will allow us to explore 3 drift levels between the 200 level and the Silver Fortune Tunnel. All right, guys, so I took a little time to observe the whole area, and here's what I've decided to do. First of all, I set up a total of 6 1,200 lumen flashlights. That's what you're looking at here. There's a total of 6 shining throughout this, and even with that many and that many lumens, I don't know if you're able to truly appreciate this space on camera, but it is just absolutely incredible. I was able to shine a flashlight over this direction. I don't see any portal or any haulage at it going towards the west. I took a closer look at the ladder. There's absolutely no way. That thing is completely rotten. If you put maybe 75 pounds of weight on it, the whole thing's gonna crash down. The mine curves around the corner past a whole bunch of gobbing, and then it goes into an even larger stope that's even bigger and deeper than this one. But the only way that I can see to get to it is down this front side right here where we found that ladder, where I pointed it out to you last week with the laser from over there, okay? Here's the problem. There's no anchor point in here. Now, the miners did drive in drill steel. There's 2 pieces here, there's 2 over there, there's drill steel stuck throughout this area, but it's wiggly wobbly woobly, and there's no way I'm gonna anchor off of that. I can't anchor off that log up there because it's throwing my rope the wrong direction. So the only way to do this is, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay. Yeah, from this angle, the lights light up the place pretty decent. Yeah. Okay. See right here? There's drill steel I could use, but no way. And then over here, here's another one that I could use. No way. And then right over here, let me point it out to you without falling off the cliff. You see that ladder right there? Well, somebody was brave enough to use it. Here's the problem. It's missing rungs on the bottom, so you would need a rope assist for sure. Okay. And who knows, you know, as damp as it is in here, who knows how rotten that thing is. But that's the closest point. So what I would have to do is right over here, let me show you this. This wall right here, I would have to get a hammer drill and drill in and mount some anchors in order to hook my rope up and then go down that ladder that direction. Yeah, and I just hate doing that. That's why I built that bridge. Sure, I could have mounted some anchors and cross that little bit there. But I hate putting stainless steel anchors in abandoned mines because it's just gaudy. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like doing it. Once the anchor's in place, it's there forever. Let me give you one more look at this nasty ladder. Yeah, I just barely touched it with a board. I kind of put some pressure on it and it went flump and fell right over. But let me show you what I found going off this direction. Now, see that right there? That's clearly a walking path that the miners were taking. Absolutely. And then I'm gonna try to aim the camera this direction here. I'm gonna go real low so maybe you can see over there. Okay, it definitely continues going off that direction, but that's as low as I can get the camera. And then over here, look at this. Right there. That goes all the way down. I mean, there's a massive stope right over there. Just massive. You throw a rock and it takes 2, 3, 4 seconds to get to the bottom. It's just crazy. And then let's take a look at this. See all the gobbing? Look at all the gobbing that they built up here. Well, they did that on purpose. So we know for this absolutely has to head over to the Silver Expanse shaft. Okay, now back this direction. Hypothetically, let's say we pop in some anchors and we rope down there, right? All right, let me show you into the bottom here. Okay, so we're gonna go down this ladder, and then what? Then you'd have to rope over there, and then you would have to free climb the gobbing to get back up that direction. So it would definitely be a challenge. All right, let me go over here. Turn the camera around. Make sure it's pointing in the right direction. So y'all can see me here. Yeah. Okay. Now, when we started the whole season, the whole summer exploring season, I told you guys that you are going to be a part of not only all of my successes, but you're going to be a part of all of my failures this summer, because that allows you guys to know just, everything that goes into mine exploring. Some days you have magnificent days, and other days it just kind of goes, Wart. And even though we get to enjoy this awesome stope, this is as far as I can go. I can't go any further and do it safely. I'm gonna scratch my head on this one for a while and decide on whether or not I'll put anchors. It's frustrating. It really is. Okay, I'm gonna gather up my flashlights, and the next thing that we're going to do is I'm gonna address some of your questions that you guys had about this mine over the last couple of weeks. Okay, so I'll meet back up with you here in a bit. All right, back again. Yeah, I had to take another 10 minutes to clean up more monofilament. I found more of it heading off on these side drifts. Good grief, guys. You had that stuff strung out all over the place. Yeah, I'll leave a picture near the end of this video to show you all the trash you guys left behind. Come on, guys. All right, now, many of you down in the comment section, you had some questions for me. The first one I would like to address are all these rusted tins lying around here on the floor. Okay, some of you said you need to get a piece of chalk and rub it over some of the raised lettering. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, let's set this down here. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that camera, let me bump it down just a bit here, make sure it's pointed in the right direction. Yeah, all right. Let's see what we can find on here. Okay, it says Pacific Mills. You see that? Pacific Mills, and I cannot quite make out of. There's an O and an F, maybe I can't make that out there. Okay, Pacific Mills. Now, let's look at another one here. And I'll take another close-up of that here in a moment. Oh, there's also something in the middle, maybe. RF? Can't quite make it out. Let's look at this one. All right, now. Now this one here has that stopper. See that? It's got a plug so that the contents can be poured out from the center. All right, there's a close-up. I'm gonna turn the lights down just a bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. The rest of them are pretty darn rusted. Let's see if I can find another one for you. Yeah, we can give this one a shot. Okay. Okay. No, just too rusted. Way too rusted. But I can see there it also says Pacific Mills on it. All right, over here, I found this one a couple weeks back. I showed it to you. I see what these guys did right here. Right there is its fill. But then they took something and whacked a hole so that they could pour it out there. Yeah. All right, these are all rusted. Those are all ugly. The only one I didn't look at is right up here. We never got a close look at some of these up into this. Let's see if there's anything good hiding over here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Again, Pacific Mills. And let me get a close-up of that for you. I can't read that bottom word. Oh, powder. Powder. There it is. All right. Look at there. Okay. Pacific Mills. Powder. Those are powder. See, I suspected. Yep, I sure did. I'm glad we came up in here to find that. Fantastic. Those are powder tins. So, because we're in the 1800s, yep, they were drilling these holes and packing them with black powder. They weren't even using dynamite. That's how old this mine is. Too cool. Pacific Mills powder. Okay, you guys, look that up on the internet, see what you can find. Maybe we can track down a tin that's in much better shape, okay? Okay, on to the next thing that you guys wanted me to show you. All right, here's the other thing. This is, you guys wanted me to go up and get a better look at that. That right there is a shaft. That's all it is. A bunch of air coming down from above. Yep, with a sketchy ladder. I don't want to climb up there because of this hanging over my head. It's just barely hanging on. It's too dangerous. That's what I call a guillotine, and I don't want to be guillotined. I ain't going up there. All right, the next thing is, you guys wanted me to pick up the door and look on the back side to see if there was any writing, any carving or anything like that. Here we're back at the wheelbarrow site. So on my way in here, I did just that. I picked up the door Yeah, let's turn around here. And I propped it up against the wall. And we're gonna look real close here. Now, you notice how it's made of all square nails? Square nail, square nail. Actually, these are cut nails. Yeah, cut nails. Old hinges. And you can see that there was some canvas on the door here. See, there's canvas that they had nailed on at one time. They probably covered it with canvas because they were using it as an air door, like I explained a few weeks back. But no, I don't see any carving or anything like that. But clearly, that side of the door right over there notched into this right over here on this left side. It conforms to that. Okay, next. Let's see, was it this direction? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so where we're at here is we're headed back into that humongous stope that we found. Oh my gosh, there's more monofil. I'm gonna have to clean that up now too, see? See, I'm not lying, there it is, see? It's strung it all over the place. Okay, yeah, so right up there is that giant stope. We'll call it the Holy Mackerel stope, but that's not what I wanted to show you. We're coming back into the area where the ore was. All right, and we're gonna have to do it like this. All right, prop that up like so. Okay. You asked me what kind of ore is it? This is called Sarargorite. Yep. Sarargorite. I'll spell it down in the lower part of the screen so you guys can Wikipedia it, okay? Sarargorite. Now, gee whiz. Okay, so those giant stopes that I showed you in this mine, they were filled with this. And this is what they were going after. This was what they were primarily mining, okay? Was Sarargorite. And it filled those voids. And the miners cleaned them out and made those giant holes. Those holes aren't natural. They've all been cleaned out by hand. And all that's left is the limestone on either side of it. But this is it. Now, they were also mining horn silver. Okay, that is the stuff that was coming out of the location when we first started this video series on the Thunder Ridge mine. Okay, that was horn silver. It was so rich. I mean, it was literally blocks of silver coming out of that giant stope. It was quite incredible to read the story on it. But they cleaned it all out. There's nothing left. Then they got into the Sarargorite, and then they got into and then once they cleaned all this out, then they started chasing after the veins of barite because it had silver chloride in it. But they were asked after, they assayed that and they weren't getting a whole heck of a lot out of it. So that's why we found a lot of those veins of barite still in place. And they just left it behind. It just wasn't worth it. This here and the horn silver was the prize. All right, guys, there may be one more. I got to think about it. See, there's another question you guys were asking me. I'll be right back. Okay, after cleaning up even more monofilament, we're back into the big stope here and turning around. Yeah, we've already been up in there. The question you guys had, some of you said, right below where you found the skylight, right up there, way up there, you said there was an area up here I didn't poke the camera up into because of my excitement during the time. And I went back and looked and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I didn't poke the camera up in there. So let's poke the camera up in there. I'll orientate you as to where we're at. So Remember, I walked up into that drift right over there to the left, but I didn't poke the camera up in here. So let's look. No, didn't go anywhere. But I could see why you guys said that, because on the video it was a dark space and it looked like it maybe went off that direction. And there's another black powder tin. Okay, turning around. This is such a cool place right here. This is so awesome. I wish you guys could be here to appreciate the grandeur of this. All right, guys, I'm gonna head back outside. I'll see you back out by old Bob, okay? All right, see you out there. All right, back outside. Safe and sound? Yeah, I know. It was a little bit anticlimactic, that's for sure. But we gotta do these things safe and smart. So, to get further into this mine, some decisions are gonna have to be made. Some logistics are gonna have to be laid out, and I need to decide whether or not I want to bang in and mount a stainless steel climbing anchor into an old, beautiful 1800s mine. That just makes me cringe. I'd appreciate your thoughts on that. Let's weigh it out, the pros, the cons, whether I should do something like that or not. In the past, people have suggested to me that you bang your anchor in down close to the floor, so that when you're done using it, you can cover it up with a little bit of dirt or put a board between the floor and the wall. Then nobody sees it when they come in and they're trying to enjoy the mine, etc. These are all different things that need to be considered before we go further on into this location. Guys, again, thank you so much, and I'll see you again next weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
What the hell were you thinking?